So what's being shared here is a story, because everything is a story. A story has words, a story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. What if the beginning, middle, and end is also just a story? Everything that seemingly that's being held onto is a story. When I was seeking, there was a desperation. There was a desperation in finding the end, trying to find liberation, trying to find answers, trying to find meaning. There's got to be something better than this. There's got to be something better than this was my mantra, that every time that I saw emptiness, I wanted a different kind of emptiness. I wanted a different kind of meaning. I wanted a different kind of existence. When that was not working, there was a death wish. I would dream about apocalypse. When is this going to end? The suffering got a little bit too much. And I was imagining my own death. I was imagining the funeral. I was imagining the absence. So when this unhappening apparently happened, death smacked me in the face. Everything that I was afraid of was what I longed for. Everything that I wished for was already here. So, in the seeming post apocalyptic unhappening of the character named Emerson, what was seen was that everything that I thought was happening was actually not happening, but it really felt like it was happening. So, since everything was happening and not happening at the same time, there was a loss. There was a loss of wishes, hopes, dreams. There was a loss of even the grieving of that seeking energy. And what I imagined was the post apocalypse is always here. This is always the ending. And this is also the beginning. So, beginning, ending, and middle are all emptiness. Death, life, meaning are all emptiness. And then the grieving became a celebration. I was quite shocked that everything that I was looking for was already appearing as everything. There was this, oh, what? That thin veil of separation made up of ideas, words, imaginary sounds, imaginary seeing. Everything was imaginary. And the one that's imagining it was the culprit of all of it all. Meaning the one that is thinking to get out is the illusion. And the illusion can't get out of the illusion. Death can't die. Emptiness can't find emptiness because all it will find is emptiness. And I'm not trying to make any riddles here. I'm trying to really say it really, really clearly. That everything that you're looking for is emptiness. And what's also looking for it is emptiness. So play is playing by itself. You can say life is lifing by itself. Death is looking for death. Yank all of these words away, and what do you have? I don't know. So it always ends in I don't know. Because there's no one here that knows. I was always afraid of I don't know. I was afraid of I don't know. I was afraid of silence. I was afraid of absence. So silence is afraid of silence. Absence is afraid of absence. Emptiness is afraid of emptiness. The wordless is afraid of the wordless. But everything that is appearing is. It's just ising. Nothing, nothinging. Emptiness, emptinessing. So all words fail. All meanings fail. Everything ends. I called off the search because I have no choice. Like, well, I guess there's no more seeking. I guess there's no more no more answers. There's no more question because everything is the same. Hello and goodbye are the same.
Aloha.
Aloha. So when I was planning this, so when I was planning this uh online retreat a few months ago, I planned this a long time ago. I was actually planning it to be my last speaking. I was planning to retire because I have to go back to my job to make money again. But apparently, there's no one can choose to do anything. And this speaking just kept on growing and growing. I'm like, I just want to go with a last hurrah. You know what I'm saying? Before I retire from, because it doesn't really matter if I speak or not. It doesn't really matter. If I stop today, it would not really matter. If I continue, it would not really matter too, because everything is already perfect. But there's this in loveness and loving and speaking about nothing. That's why I kept on doing those pop ups every weekend. I'm like, oh, I want to do one again. There is this seeming love. I don't know what it is. It's this passion. So there's no such thing as an ending because nothing ever begins. Speaking happens, but no one is speaking. There's nothing to figure out. So I can't retire because there's no one to retire. But that was the brilliant plan before. I'm like, I'm going to release a book. Before I release a book, I'm going to have this last epic meeting. It's going to it's going to be a really good retirement party. Of But seemingly, I'm already planning the next one. And I'm like, I can't wait to do this again. It's just so freaking epic talking about nothing. And there's no expectation whatsoever. There's just this aliveness, awakeness, and it seems to never end. So all I'm expressing here is that whenever there is a landing of something, whenever something is reached, it's just emptiness. It's just emptiness. Everything is emptiness. Everything is empty. It's like empty dumpty sat on a wall. And it falls and it's empty. So every single belief, every single idea gets crushed because that's what infinity is. It doesn't have any limitations. It doesn't have any purpose. It doesn't have any end. It doesn't have any meaning. So there's just this apparent, I can't even say the rest of it. So if you have any questions, let's continue this question and answer, although nothing will be answered because every question is empty and every answer is empty. And there's no end to this. Bertrand.
Hi, yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm absolutely terrified during your introduction. And it's like, yeah. It's like I'm being sucked into something, or it's not even the words. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Um,
not the words. I was chirping the whole time. Did you hear words?
uh, yeah, I just quite disoriented. That's all. But um,
Let's do another one-on-one soon if you like, and we can scrape those residues of disorientation.
I don't even know. What- Okay. Thanks.
But keep on talking if you like.
No, I don't really have much to say. I don't know. Yeah, I have nothing to say. But
All right. Okay.
yeah, thanks.
If disorienting happens, just message me. This bare bones communication and seemingly seems to, this is just a story, seems to disrupt that trying to figure something out when it keeps on getting slapped that there's nothing to figure out, and what's being expressed here, that everything is sameness, sameness.
Oh,
The seeking, the answering, is all the same. Nothing has ever been different.
I, I don't know. I have no clue, but I have nothing to say to that. But all right, thanks.
All right. Petra, hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's a great weekend, yes. And well, I was also scared when you said you want to retire. No, not possible. Not possible. You can do a fifth session, that's okay. But yeah,
That's what I'm saying is
I'm not
nothing,
good in
not
parting, so yeah.
yeah.
And
No,
I'm glad you.
I love
Hmm?
this. I really I took some time off, and I told my work that I'm going to take a time off. So I asked for another extension. And it's great.
Okay,
It's great.
that's
There's
enough.
just this, yeah.
That's enough for now.
Okay. That would have been cool too if I retired, huh? Hi, Steve. No worries. Yeah, you have to unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hello. Hello,
Hey,
Steve.
I got some extra birdseed here if you ever get hungry. So Emerson, with all this emptiness, uh, does change happen?
Change is also
Does
emptiness.
yes, if change is emptiness, it's just another form of emptiness.
There's not even other forms of emptiness. It's just all emptiness.
All emptiness.
Yeah.
And
There's no hierarchy in emptiness. It's all empty.
and then there's no one feeling what's being felt. There's
That's
no
all
one.
emptiness. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
that's emptiness.
Yeah.
Emptiness is feeling whatever it's feeling,
And it's all
even
empty.
though it may be in what you say, a character, right?
Also, character is also emptiness.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's all emptiness and oh, infinite emptiness and infinite feelings
Infinite
called
is
empty.
also emptiness.
So apparent feelings are also apparent emptiness.
Yes. Well, there's nothing really apparent. It's just all emptiness.
Even apparent is a useless term.
It is. Yeah. It is.
So isn't that wonderful?
It is, isn't it?
I'd say this would say so.
Yeah.
This emptiness,
Yeah.
is it this?
There's no this or
And
that. It's just all, even this is emptiness.
even this is useless.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I don't have anything more to say.
All right.
This, anyway. Thank you.
Thank you.
Someone else has something to say.
Yes. Hi.
Emerson, is it okay that I've fallen in love with you?
Oh, thank you. It's just emptiness falling into emptiness.
I know. You're just so sweet. And
Oh, thank you.
I just wanted to say thank you so much.
Oh,
And I was looking for some more wow, because I love wow,
yes.
and wow. You
Wow.
know, it's just so fun.
Yes.
You're just a lot of fun. And
Oh,
I'm
thank you.
looking forward to seeing you again.
Of course. Of course.
after
Of
that.
course.
Okay.
Mwah. Thank you. Barbara. Hi, Barbara. Hi. Oh, I can't hear you. You have to unmute.
No.
Yes,
Yes?
I can hear you now. Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Hi, Emerson.
You're really taking this emptiness really seriously because you were sounding super empty there, but go ahead.
It's, you know, when you were speaking and there was that lady as well asking, is everything empty? Everything is sameness. It feels like here it needs to heat more of that. It's
Even
like,
the idea that it has to hit more is also emptiness, seeking to more emptiness. So there's no difference. There's no separation. So feeling to be more empty is also emptiness, emptying, and emptying
so whatever appears,
is empty.
whatever form, color, in appearance is empty.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And it is not coming out of emptiness into,
No.
it's just empty.
It's just pure emptiness. Yeah. It's not appearing as, it's just empty.
It is just
Yeah.
empty.
Yeah. Empty is empty.
It feels like, you know, that's a thought as well, but if it feels the way like the layers kind of get
Yeah.
just,
So it's empty on top of empty on top of empty on top of empty. And it's all the way down empty, all the way up empty, all around empty.
there are so many emptiness. No, it's so many. Here it's speaking
Yeah.
easily without thinking and thought
Yeah,
coming and
that's
going
what
and
it is.
sensation, and yet there is that thought hanging on. There,
Even
the
that thought
end
is also in. That's also it. That's also
is
emptiness.
already empty.
Yeah. The illusion that it's not empty is also empty. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It's empty.
So the whole grabbing can stop because it's already,
It's already, yeah.
and it's
And
fun.
it is.
it's
Yeah.
really fun.
Yeah. How fun it is, right? When it's all empty.
And so simple. It's just,
It's so simple, yeah.
yeah. Wow. Thank you.
Wow. Right. Chris.
So
Hey,
there's
Chris.
kind of like wanting to like talk about what it's empty of and then full of. 'Cause it's like it's like
Let's
empty
change.
of things.
Let's change emptiness to fullness. Everything is fullness.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter. That's full. This is fullness. Everything is fullness. Everything is fullness. It's fullness on top of fullness on top of fullness. All the way down it's fullness. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, fullness is full, full is full. And then like fullness, like FOOL, you know?
You can also do that. Fullness.
I also want to say, like, sometimes it seems like it's like kind of ironic because when people are always talking about like, there's no one here, it still feels very like self-centered, ironically. And whereas like, it's not about whether there's someone here or not, like it's about this, you know, and this is a wow, amazing, you know?
This is wow. Yeah.
I guess that's it.
Wow.
Guesswork is for the birds.
William.
Hi, Emerson.
Hi.
I feel like I'm one of the more schizophrenic me's there is, because you know I was saying about how it keeps alternating between I want this, I don't want this, I want this, I don't want this.
Yeah.
Before I was saying I don't want to spend the rest of my life in separation, I'm dreading it. And now I'm thinking the worst thing possible is for the illusion to...
Why don't we do a little thing? Why don't you change every single word into emptiness and then try to talk to me? Try it. Let's just see.
I'd rather mute myself if I can only use the word empty.
Try it. Just try it. I just wanna have fun with you. It's the end of this retreat.
Emptiness. It's fucking horrible.
What? That's amazing. Everything has just finally lost its meaning.
Emerson, I know emptiness is your favorite word, but I hate it. And I'm scared of... No,
So
I like
emptiness hates emptiness.
Emptiness. You got it wrong.
Go ahead with your question again. Sorry, I just want to point out something that's really clear here. That's what's clear. That everything that you're saying is just emptiness. But go ahead with your words. I'll try to translate it. I only understand emptiness. So, but go ahead.
I know it's all babble, yeah, but basically, right. So the me's afraid of dying. The me's afraid of dying, right? And I'm panicking about it. And one of the things that the me commonly does when it's confronted with this is to bring up its favorite neurosis.
Yes.
And I've got plenty to choose from.
God.
Over the break and during the start of this meeting, there's just a strong feeling of guilt and shame for being a bad person. Is that the story just trying to reinforce itself?
Well, let's take the anatomy of that one. Let's just decipher it. So you're thinking about a history or time. So time is empty. So meaning that you have done nothing wrong. You are completely innocent because nothing has ever happened. So it's emptiness happened. So how could emptiness be bad?
But the me holds on to that story of what's happened as real. So
emptiness is also thinking that emptiness is real, that really happened. But since emptiness is emptiness, so everything that you think is bad or wrong is all empty.
Emerson, I think the reason I think I want liberation, obviously I don't, is because I think it's about me becoming worthy, and I feel so unworthy.
Well,
and I feel like I'm the least, like, I know
how can emptiness feel worthy and unworthy when it's all emptiness?
Emerson, you're free of the prison. So that's easy for you to say.
I don't see any prison there.
I'm in an apparent prison, and
so
it feels
empty,
real.
It's an empty prison with an empty inside. So it's really empty. So there's no prison. It's all empty.
I'm losing any concepts of reality, and this is horrible. Can you
Reverse
reinforce my
psychology.
story? Can you
Please.
reinforce my story, please?
That's what you're looking for, but all that it's happening is even everything that you're saying is all emptiness, and I'm just really responding with emptiness. So Rosa said to sing it to you.
I'd rather you just tell me how I'm a bad person and I'll never become liberated. That'll feel safe. That feels safer.
I think I know why you do this. I think you're really into S&M. You need a madam.
No, just verbal and emotional S&M. No, just verbal and emotional S&M. I don't want to be physically hit. I want to be told off. I want you to tell me what a bad person I am and really mean it.
Oh, sorry, I don't do this kind of services.
William, you're so bad. You're so bad, dude.
You know, he's getting a donation, Emerson, and not
That's
you.
right. Yes. Chris, give him your Venmo. And what's being expressed here that is that there seems to be a wanting to feel emptiness with a whole bunch of storyline. But what you don't see is that what you're filling it up with is always also emptiness.
Emerson, I love you.
I love you too.
I just hate this message.
It's all play. This is play. So emptiness is playing with emptiness. And what a great play it is. It's kind of like, wow. Well played, emptiness. Well played.
Emerson, what you call great play feels like fucking torture to me, and I really can't take it.
Well played, emptiness. Well played.
William, I think you're adorable. I
go.
can't say anything. You're just so cute and adorable. And Steve and I get such a chuckle out of you. Every time you come on, I look forward to it.
There you go.
Oh, you know, there's nothing more to say. It's just work.
Thank you for the encouragement. I'd rather be called a bad person, but that's nice.
You're just wonderful and adorable. We really get a kick out of you. So keep coming back, please. I want to hear more.
Thank you so much. Rosa, please go ahead.
Willie, may I call you Willie? It's so lovely, you know. You're so lovely, and that's it. That's it. You're joking, man. You are fooling us. You are playing a wonderful game. It's amazing. It's amazing. That's it.
It's like the
That's
long.
it.
Emerson, please stop them. I feel like they're killing me.
You are already dead. You're
William,
so beautiful.
you
I
are.
love
That's
you.
very
I
bad,
love you
bad.
too.
The long con, William. The long con. You had us all fooled. Isn't this such a beautiful silence? Robert. Hey, Robert. How you doing?
Hi, Emerson.
Hi.
If I interpret this message to mean be satisfied with the way things are be satisfied with what is, be satisfied with myself. Like, you can't really sue me for doing that, can you?
No.
Well, I could technically do that, and it wouldn't technically be a misinterpretation of the message.
But it's what you're trying to do is like, okay, sure, it's just emptiness. Emptiness is just emptiness. But what's being expressed is that there's nothing to what were you going to do again? I'm actually even confused with practices now. So what kind of practice were you
Oh,
going to do?
uh,
It doesn't stick anymore.
well, it's not really a practice. I was just going to interpret your message as
Sorry, go ahead with your
meaning something.
interpretation. Yeah.
Yes, being satisfied with the way things are.
Yeah, it's all contentment. It's all contentment. Because there's no one that needs to be contented. So it's all contentment.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's like impossible for this not to be contented with itself because it is itself.
It's content, yeah. It's contentment is contentment is contentment. We're just playing with words now because for the past, I don't know how many hours we did here, we tried to, go through concepts and stories and stories. And basically what's appearing right now is just basically a yanking of all of those concepts, that they're all meaningless and they're all purposeless, that nothing really means anything, that all of these words are trying to point something that can't be separated. So words are meant to separate. The way that we speak, there's a beginning, there's a middle, and there's an end. There's adjectives, there's verbs, there's nouns. So what's just being expressed here is the yanking, or the seeing through the veil, that the veil is just separation. What if the words don't have any separation? What if the words are just blankness? What if the seeing is all blindness? And even what is doesn't really mean anything, because there's no movement, there's no directions, there's nowhere to go, there's no escape.
Joie de vivre.
I love it when it gets loopy towards the end, because it's kind of like, I don't know what to say anymore. Because saying something. So what's being expressed here is just so obvious already. It's so obvious. So obvious. Sue. Hi. Hello. Oh, I can't hear you.
Emerson.
Hi, how you doing?
Hello, Emerson. Chris, Sue, Chris. Emerson, this word emptiness, perfection. Is everything perfection?
Yes. Yeah.
Misery, suffering, depression, confusion. It's all perfection.
It's all perfection. Yeah. Yeah, it is perfection. Everything is already perfection. It's the word unconditional, but just being stretched, right? Everything is unconditionally free. I'm just trying to go back into what I said before in the beginning of this apparent 2-day thing, that everything is already free. So it's the sameness in everything, but there's seemingly an illusion that everything is separate. So sameness and separation are actually the same. It's quite a surprise, isn't it? That the same, separate, are exactly the same. So everything is appearing is also not appearing. Everything is happening is also not happening. Everything is completely free. Everything is already perfection. It looks like it's known, but it's actually unknowable. So all of that seeming opposites are not really opposites. They're wholeness. It's like the two sides of a coin. It's a coin. There's no two sides. There's no opposites. There's no negation. It's just wholeness. And there's an illusion of separation. It's also wholeness. That's why it's an illusion. There's this illusion of separateness, but that's actually completeness.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a constant thing. Perfection is constant.
It is, yeah. It's
Which
constant.
includes the frustration, the lack of understanding. Yeah.
Even the lack of understanding is perfection.
Yeah.
Because it's not about understanding. It's not about getting something, right? It's about this wordless that is so ever present. It's in everything. So you can't really capture it in words, right? You can't really streamline it because it's not possible. It can't be found because it's not lost. You can't figure it out because it's obviously in everything. It's in the air, it's in the sound, it's in the taste of the mouth, it's in the speaking, it's in the silence, it's in the dark, it's in death, it's in every single word, it's in every single silence, it's in every single feeling, it's in everything. So how can it be figured out?
Well, these
It's
thoughts
in everything.
What's Emerson? These thoughts in the mind.
Yeah, they're all empty.
Where they come from? Who do they belong to? Do they belong to anything or anyone?
It's just emptiness. It's just all emptiness.
I'm having trouble with this word emptiness.
Yeah. Or you can say that it's also nothingness. You know, speakers usually say nothing is everything, empty is fullness. So it's not even appearing as. I'm even going to discard appearing as because there seems to be a process. There's no process. Everything that is appearing is empty, also full simultaneously. So thoughts are simultaneously appearing as emptiness. So they're all emptiness. So every single thing, everything that comes up, every word, every story, every thought, every action, every feeling is all emptiness.
So suffering, there's a lot of suffering going on.
It's also,
does the suffering belong? So thoughts, feelings, emotions are just things. Now when the suffering comes in, the suffering that belongs to the me that really doesn't exist. Is it the me that's creating the suffering, or is it?
No. So suffering is just emptiness.
But some things claiming ownership to it.
That's also emptiness, claiming ownership to emptiness. So there's no separation. Separation is the illusion. It's really plain, really simple.
Yeah. So when you say separation, like it's like 1, 2. So they seem to be separate.
Yeah, to be able to hold, to be able to speak, for sound to move, there's separation. So this is actually stillness. There's movement appearing here. This is actually silence. Sound is being heard. So separation is apparently needed to be able to, apparently, emptiness to interact with emptiness. So this is all emptiness with the illusion of emptiness speaking to emptiness. So this is nothingness speaking to nothingness. This is nothing hearing nothing, talking about nothing, understanding nothing.
Mm.
Even the illusion that there's something is also nothing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay, it's a bit messy. But yeah, thank you for that, Emerson.
Thank you. Thank you. Just a second. Okay. Sue. Oh, sorry, Dario. Dario, go ahead.
Hi, Emerson.
Hey, Dario. How you doing?
It's okay. Just wanted to say I didn't get the message, but thanks for trying anyway.
All right.
You did your best.
I tried.
Oh, it's empty.
It's empty.
Empty. Yeah. Nothing to do about it.
No. No.
Kind of, this emptiness feels very personal in a sense.
That's also that personal is also emptiness.
Also
So
empty.
everything that appears is emptiness. Even the feeling that it's separate is also emptiness. There's the illusion of separateness, and there's an illusion of personal. There's the illusion of whatever. The illusion of anything is also empty. That's why it's an illusion. So there's this wholeness that is illusorily separate, but it's not really separate, it's really whole. So there's this emptiness that feels personal, like a separate, but it's also empty.
Well, it's like personal with no person. I mean, it's intimate.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Impersonal.
Impersonal.
Personal with
Yeah.
no personal.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. But again, these are just words trying to describe the meaningless and the wordless, right? Everything that is being expressed here doesn't have any meaning or purpose. It's just really illuminating that everything is that we think is wordless, without any description, without any kind of labels of separation. This is wholeness being experienced as separateness. William.
Hi, Emerson. So there's no path to wholeness, but there is an apparent ending of the illusion of being someone who's separate.
There's a story of separation, of wholeness. But since it's a story, it's not real. In the story, there is seemingly getting something, but there's nothing to get because it's a story. Meaning even getting something is an illusion.
But like, so this message is obviously non-prescriptive. It doesn't advise do this or do that. It doesn't see anyone who could do one thing or the other.
Yeah.
But there are energetic effects that happen around this, like loosening of a contraction and blah, 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 less seeking, more seeking, whatever goes on.
Yeah.
So is it just a case that you just have to listen to this for as long as is needed until the illusion ends?
It's not, as I said, you know what? I wish I can say that. I wish I can give you something. I wish I can give you a little morsel of something to hold on to, but that will be a dangling carrot, wouldn't it be? As I said, I have a friend that listened to this not even like a couple of hours, with just over a couple of pints, that instantly kind of like, all I said was, remember when you were blacked out? And then that kind of like, because there was no one there. I'm like, there's no difference between now and then, since there's no time. So this is no different from you sleeping at night or deep sleep or dreaming at night or dreaming right now. There's a dream of William that's separate and this wholeness dreaming of separateness.
Yeah, but might it not just be that he dropped away more quickly because there was more of an openness because he trusted you, and so it took less time for him to fall away?
Then maybe you have to trust me.
No, I don't, and I do not trust this message. That is probably why it's going to take me longer.
Yeah. I'm just joking. There's nothing to do. I'm just pulling your leg here because there was an openness. I was talking to Tony about this, and there's people that kind of like what Louis said, that someone was not really listening to what I was saying, and there was tears happening. There was a relaxation, and I talked to that person, and there was just an unbelief. It's just like, I don't know what happened, kind of thing, right? Or someone that I did that. I don't know if you remember that talk that I did. I can't remember. It was a pop-up meeting or something. I started talking about blackout. I think about 2 or 3 or 4 people messaged me. One person messaged me that stumbled upon on YouTube. Have no idea what I was talking about. Have no idea what non-duality is. Have never heard of the message before. Luckily, I had my email there and basically said, I need to talk to you. Something happened to me. And I was kind of like, okay, sure, you can do a one-on-one. So we did a one-on-one. He goes, it's an emergency. And basically, this person said that I've never heard of this. I don't know what happened, but there's this um, loss of everything. I've lost everything. I don't know what's happening anymore, and I'm okay with it, but I just really don't know what's happening. Because I just stumbled upon your message. I don't know what non-duality is. I have no idea what it is. It just, can you tell me what it is? I'm like, there's nothing to tell you actually, because it just becomes an idea. And he said that when you said that this is all blackout, that there's really no one doing anything, it's always been obvious, but I can't put my finger on it. So one that, I'm like, were you seeking for spirituality? He goes, I don't even know what spirituality is. He goes, is this spirituality? I'm like, no. Because I don't know how I encountered this communication. That he doesn't even call it communication. He just said, I don't even know how I encountered it. It just popped up on my on my thing somehow, on my YouTube algorithm. It's because maybe he was looking for hardcore porn, and I put hardcore
and your face came up, and he thought, that looks good, I'll click on that.
I don't know.
And if he knew you didn't do S&M, he wouldn't have clicked.
Hey, that's how rumors get started. Maybe that's how I'll get rich.
Tomorrow on all the non-duality forums, the truth about Emerson.
That's kind of cool, actually. I invite that. That's a kind of cool gossip. But but yeah, it was just, this is not cost, right? If it was cost, if there was something that I can tell you, I would have told you. I would have given it. I would have insisted that my brothers listen to me, my parents listen to me, since this is not really an understanding or a lesson, or it can't be forced to anyone because it's already free. So what I see, what this character sees, is that there's freedom in everything already, even the one that doesn't get it, because there's no one that doesn't get it or gets it. All I'm saying that everything that is seen is complete emptiness. And that's the openness that is appearing here, that seemingly people think that is special, but it's not. Because everything is openness there, meaning that if there's no one here, it's impossible that someone is in there. That's all I can share, really.
Thank you.
All right. Robert.
Hi, Emerson.
Hi.
Is non-duality a binary, or can there be a spectrum of non-dualness? And after your apparent shift in the apparent story, did the non-dualness seem to deepen?
Actually, non-duality doesn't exist. It's just a word. Yeah, it doesn't exist. So this is a fluke. This is not even a message. This is more like an illumination that something is not happening. So it can't really be taught. It can't really be understood. There are some people that thinks that they understand what non-duality is, which appears as applied non-duality. But that actually is almost going completely. It's basically reinforcing the idea that I am here. It's a reinforcement. So actually, what it does is opposite. So trying to find enlightenment is reasserting that I can get enlightened. That's why this is so radical and it's so hardcore, is because it's exposing that it doesn't exist. None of this does.
So is this
It would be
the-
easier to announce to everybody that I'm enlightened and I can teach you to be enlightened. I would make a lot of money. But there's just like honesty here.
Hmm.
Done that, been there, got canceled. So so this is just
Fair enough.
a really, really authentic expression that nothing has ever, you've never been here and never, no one's ever been here. And have no idea why I'm sharing this. So all the words that are coming out are simultaneously appearing, automatically appearing. There's no agenda here. There's no purpose. There's no meaning. This is just what's appearing. There's nothing special here, and there's nothing special there. It's all emptiness.
Right.
Yeah.
And anything other than the most direct way we can attempt to communicate this is going to reinforce the ego.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah.
That gives me a lot of clarity, actually.
Oh, good.
Because I felt a bit like my meditations were they were kind of going backwards a bit, and I was going in the wrong direction. You know, I had a sneaking suspicion, so that's actually really cool. Thank you very, very much.
All right. Thank you so much. Oh, hello, Ileana, right?
Yeah.
Hi, Ileana.
Hi.
Hi, how are
So
you?
I'm
I love your
really
glasses.
good. Oh, thank you.
I have similar ones.
Yeah, I've seen them. I like
yeah,
them too.
yeah.
So once upon a time, there was this magnificent horse called Nothing.
Hmm.
And on his back, there was this wild bandit named Emerson. And together they galloped across the Zoom landscape, and Emerson would rip away veils and he would grab concepts, and there would be, in his wake, he left, and he didn't care whose it was either. And sometimes he couldn't quite get the veil off. That didn't matter. He saw through it. He knew what it was, and he carried on. And there would, in his wake, he left wows and choruses of wows and uncontrollable crying and dancing and clapping, and there was he heard as he was galloping away out of sight, who was that masked man? And over the thundering of the hooves could be heard, nothing ever happened. So that's my story.
Oh, Deanne, thank you so much. I think we'll end it with that. That was so beautiful. Yeah.
I was just going to say, wow.
Wow.
It was
That
beautiful.
was beautiful. Thank you so much. Wow, everyone. Thank you.
Wow.
Wow. Thank you so much, man. That was
Wow.
Thank you.
That was beautiful, Liliana. That was so beautiful.
Who are you, Emerson?
Thank you, Emerson.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Emerson.
Thank you, Emerson.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emerson.
Thank you, Emerson.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emerson.
Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. I was like, who's Emerson? There's an Emerson over there.
Thank you, apparent Emerson.
Thank you. There's a breakout room if you guys want to stay. I ordered some wine if you guys want some.
Are you going to be in the breakout room, Emerson?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Cool. I'll come and join you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Love you guys.
Thank you.
I'll send
Love
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much. That was so much fun, wasn't it? So
That
much
was
fun.
great. Yeah.
Very great. Very great.
different.
So next week I'm having I'm just joking.